Hey ManCavians, this is Bob from DaBob's N-Scale ManCave, and today we're talking about microtrains and a 3-pack TBOX TTX set that came out in October and is immediately sold out. There wasn't enough made. Why? Microtrains explains in an email, and we're going to read that email to you right now. I'm going to put on these glasses so I can read because you know I'm old. Anyway, the Microtrains email came out yesterday, and it's an update from Microtrains on the TTX version 1 3-pack number 993-01840. Okay, this is the first release that they made and came out with, and apparently not a lot of them were made, so there's been some complaining about that, and they're going to address that right here. So let's read along, shall we? Dear customer, following the recent release of the TBOX TTX version 1 3-pack, we have heard from multiple customers that dealers are telling them two things, both of which we want to officially address. Number one, the dealer doesn't have any in stock because Microtrains significantly underestimated the demand for this product. Number two, that Microtrains deliberately produces below demand to create artificial shortages. I could call that fake news, I would think. Regarding the first statement, we produced this 3-pack based on pre-orders received. Pre-orders are the best measure for demand or of demand, and without pre-orders we would over or underestimate demand by even greater amounts. If there is a low participation in pre-orders by dealers and customers, then there will be a significantly greater chance that supply will not adequately meet demand. We realize some dealers and customers do not want to place pre-orders, which is fine, but they have to accept that there may not be enough available. Participating in pre-orders benefits the manufacturer, the dealer, and the customer. The second statement made by some dealers is really unfortunate. It is a careless and totally unfounded response from dealers that is completely false. It's true that we occasionally experience quick sellouts on products, but that is simply because demand exceeds what we anticipated. Producing below what we believe demand will be would not benefit Microtrains in any way. It would result in less revenue, less of our product in customers' hands, and frustrated and disappointed customers and dealers. The idea that we produce below demand on purpose is just not true. If you hear this from dealers or others in the hobby, we appreciate your help in setting the record straight. Sincerely, Microtrains. So with that, Microtrains cleared up the controversy there, and I wholeheartedly agree with their points that if you don't ask for something, when we ask you to pre-order to let us know if you want these products and what the demand is going to be, we don't know how many to make. We have to go off the pre-orders and base our decision on how many to make off of that. So let's say they make 5,000 of this other product that's similar, and they keep getting more orders for every version that comes out that they do, and okay, the demand keeps going up. Well, based on that, I can say I'm going to start off with this one here at a certain level. They could have done that, and then come find out that nobody wanted it. It's like, that product is all over the place. We didn't pay attention to what everybody else is making, and flooded the market with the same thing. Everybody already had these things. They didn't want yours. But in this case, nobody else was making it in N-scale, so they decided to make one. Put metal wheels on it too. Increased its value. And so now, when they ask you for your opinion by pre-ordering, you ignore them. Sure, it's 2020, people had things on their mind, they weren't paying attention to all that stuff. I get that. But don't complain And dealers don't blame the manufacturer for not making enough. You didn't pre-order enough. That's your fault, dealers. Not the customers or the manufacturer's fault. Yours. Don't go telling people that it's Microchain's fault, because you won't accept your own responsibility for not paying attention to what your customers actually wanted and buying extra. Because this was obviously a new product. This was obviously a new version of something that they've never put out before. And increased detail and quality. You don't think people are wanting that? Then you don't know your customers. Okay, and I'm sorry. You know, bottom line, you're not paying attention to what people want. And if you don't buy the stuff and they don't buy it and they're complaining to you because there's not enough, don't blame someone else. It's your fault. They're telling you that you don't have what they need because you didn't buy any. And now they're all gone because you didn't tell the manufacturer ahead of time that you're going to have a high demand for this. Okay? That's how it works. Anyway, enough of my soapbox. Leave your comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Basically, it's supply and demand. Ask what you want, and you'll get it. Most of the time. If we're making something, tell them you want it. If you don't want it, don't tell them you want it. Pretty simple. If you leave a comment down below, also consider liking that button there, giving me a thumbs up, and consider subscribing. Give that subscribe a poke. Also ring that bell. Both of those will give you notifications of new videos like this one. And as always, ManCavians, happy model railroading. Stay off those tracks.